How you doing, YouTube? I want to share a product I bought a few weeks back. It is not the Fiskars X7 hatchet that you see here in my hands. Rather, it is an accessory for this hatchet. There are tons and tons of videos about this. I don't think I could add anything more to it. A friend of mine described this as the Mora of axes, and I think he's spot on about that. $20, $30 axe, capable of doing $100 worth of work. Lightweight, good chopper, good slicer, do 90% of whatever you need it to do out here in the woods. I love the thing, carry it with me quite a bit, use it quite a bit. Never failed me yet. Beating on it pretty hard. The one deficiency with the X7, thing that I don't like about it, is the cover that it comes with. It's a functional cover. It's got a great big handle on top, locks it in place. It's not very heavy, but it's bulky. Takes up some extra space in your pack if that's the way you carry it. Doesn't lend itself well to lashing it to a pack, and it definitely doesn't lend itself well to carrying it off your belt, on your hip. And that's what I wanted to address. I was on, I don't remember which section I was on, one of the trading posts, Wolf Customs, I don't recall, but one of the groups on Facebook that I frequent. And I saw a gentleman post a picture of a cover, Kydex cover that he made for his X7, his Fiskars axe. I contacted him, and turns out he's got himself a little Kydex business on the side. Name is Gary Lawson. Company name is C2G FAB Fabrication. I will give you guys a link to that in the description. I believe he's based down in Houston, Texas. In any case, this is the cover that he made for me. Nice simple Kydex cover. Excuse me. With a leather belt loop. Made with two pieces of Kydex. It's got a row of rivets along the front, two Chicago screws, and a reinforcing plate in the back, holding a leather belt loop in place. Easy enough to take off if you don't like it or don't want it on there. You're just going to stow it in a pack, take that right off. This is all part of the main back plate of the cover, and it's just molded to fit around the base or the handle right below where it meets up with the head. Insert the axe, just push the edge all the way forward until it stops. And what I'll do is I'll take a finger. You have to forgive me, this is harder to do sitting here holding this in front of me than it actually is on my hip. It's easier that way. But I'll hook a finger around this piece here and then just snap it in place. And that is not coming out of there. It's very secure. The only way that's coming out is if you take it out. It has a piece here, comes around the front and grips it on this side, and another piece here comes around the back and grips it over here. Again, both of these pieces that are gripping the handle are all part of one piece of this back plate here. Piece that I do most of the manipulation on, and I presume Gary designed it like this, is this one here. This back piece, if you can see it, is actually folded over on itself. It gives you a nice thick place to put your hand, put your fingers for manipulating it, but it's smooth, it's round, it doesn't dig in anywhere. And all you gotta do is hook that with a finger, pop it off. The front comes off as soon as you put a little bit of pressure on it. And you pop your axe right out of it. Easy as can be. Give you a little bit of a close-up what that looks like. It's a simple design, but like I said, it's very well made, very well crafted. Take care of this thing. I don't see why it wouldn't last you, a lifetime of your axe. All the edges are burnished, smooth. There's no sharp edges in this thing anywhere. You're not going to cut yourself on it. He does a great job. It's all professional work. I've got a number of other Kydex sheaths for knives, handguns, and his craftsmanship is right up there with them. It's excellent. Like I said, this leather thong, this belt loop, comes off very easily. I imagine if you wanted to, I haven't tried it, you could fit a tech lock on there, or probably some straps to fit it under molly webbing. Wouldn't be very hard. Got all these rivets here to act as lashing points. So really, I think you can configure this to carry whatever style you want to carry it in. He's got a bunch of different colors. This is the color that I chose, but he's got a lot more. He'll do pretty much whatever you want. I would show you taking it in and out of this cover while it's on my hip. I did one shot of it. I don't know if it came out. My video equipment leaves a lot to be desired. Like I said, it's actually a lot easier to do this one-handed while it's on my hip than it is holding it here like this. So what it looks like when it's on the axe. It's a good piece of kit. Well worth the, I think it was $25 that I paid for it. Not a whole lot. Some might think that that's, say, hey, that's as much as you paid for the darn axe. Well, yeah, close to it. But this axe is, my mind anyway, is worth a whole lot more than what you pay for. You get a lot more utility out of it. So my friend Justin Wolf says this is the more of axes, and he's spot on with that. Whole lot more value in these things than what you're paying for. So to get a product like this for the modest price of $20–30, for me it's well worth it. Well worth it. Gara's great to deal with. Actually, the first cover that he delivered to me was not properly molded for this axe. He molded it for his own axe, which was actually a Gerber branded Fiskars. However, it was much older than this one, and there were some design differences in the head. Fiskars had since updated a few things and made some design changes. So I had contacted him about it with every intention of just letting him know, and I was going to just heat this up and remold it. Get it to fit. It wasn't terribly far off, but enough to be bothersome. Gary would have none of that. He went out within the next day or two, bought a brand new X7 and molded this one for me and sent it. No additional cost. Didn't want the old one back. So really, I don't see how you could go wrong dealing with Mr. Larson. He's a great craftsman, builds a solid product, fair price, stands behind his product. So I highly recommend it. He'll definitely be getting more of my business. I did a great job with this. So If you like the Fiskars X7, which a lot of us do, this little cover is a highly worthwhile piece of kit to get. So, like I said, I'll give you the link. Click on it, check him out. He's got a Facebook page, a website, responds to you pretty quickly. Have him make you one. You won't be disappointed. Take care.